Hi, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm
I'm
good. I'm
good.
good. What were you up to today?
I went shopping. Do you
Food
want to see
shopping?
what I bought?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I hope it's food optimized now. Your
It is
consultant will go mad.
100%.
Your consultant will go mad if it's not.
I'll show you now.
Okay, great. I love looking at other people's shopping.
Okay. I do too. That's why I love doing these videos. I was in Aldi's and in Dunn's, so a few bits were from Aldi's and a few bits were from Dunn's, so I'll let you know.
Fabulous.
This sourdough cob is a gluten-free brand from Aldi's, and you can
Beautiful.
have two 34-gram slices of this for your
Okay.
healthy extra beef.
Okay, so that needs to be weighed out.
Yeah, that needs to be weighed on the scales for 34
Great.
grams a slice, or
And
68 grams in total.
What would you do with that? Would you make sandwiches out of it, or?
Not really, because it's a bit. I'm not into sandwiches, but I love using it for something like garlic bread, using my healthy extra A cheese, and I'll show you them in a moment. But something like the garlic bread, or having
Beautiful.
it like an open toasted sandwich with bacon, feta cheese, spinach, maybe a poached egg.
Fabulous.
I bought these. These are in Aldi's. They're on offer, actually. The stock pots. These are very, very handy for loads of different recipes. Frying off vegetables to give it flavour.
And completely free.
Yeah, they're free food.
Brilliant.
I bought chopped up and chopped tomatoes because you can never be short of them, really.
And they're speed as well when they're in a tin like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so handy for adding extra speed into meals.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a great way to keep your meal, the bulk of it, speed. These chili beans, so I haven't seen these in ages. So these were in Dunn's, and they're chili beans in a chili sauce. So
Beautiful.
You could use these in chili con carne, or even add them into anything you like, really, once it's chili based. And they're free and protein rich.
Beautiful.
Beetroot. So I have two types. I have just normal beetroot, and that's normal and luxury. Normal and luxury, because this is amazing. The creme de la creme of beetroot. It's beautiful, and speed food as well.
Yeah.
Some soy sauce, just to have for seasoning vegetables, seasoning stir fries. There's lots that you could use that for. These Hartley sugar-free. How many sins are in them again, Marie, per sachet? Because there's two sachets.
I think they're 2 seconds, and I just check. I'm going to check on my Slimming World app that everybody has when they're a member. 2 seconds now, and I just put in the brand name. So they're Hartley's.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
sugar-free jelly.
Okay, so they're 11.5 gram sachets for 1/2, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're 1.5 cents per sachet. And that would make up quite a decent amount of jelly, I would say.
It makes up actually over a pint.
Right, so that's only 1.5 cents. So you wouldn't even use that in a portion. That's the way.
No. So they're really handy. The very important coffee.
Yeah.
I picked this up because sometimes it's handy to just have something like this where you can just fire it in the microwave and throw it through a dish. Now I know rice is free, so this would have oil in it. So can you just check, Marie, how many sins are in this?
And the brand name is Worldwide Food. So I'm just going to check off the brand name as well. And it's golden
vegetable rice. Now there was various flavors, but this one I just thought would be okay.
So is that a 250 gram pouch?
Yep.
Right, that's only 2 cents. And that would probably serve 2 people, if not more, really, in a portion.
If not more, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I wonder, could you use that in making curry loaf with chickpeas? Would that do in it, I wonder?
Oh, yeah, the curry loaf with the chickpeas and the curry powder and the egg. Yeah, good idea.
But again,
because it's already got flavour in it.
For the sake of 1 cent for half a portion of the pouch,
Yeah.
you've a meal in minutes really if you add protein to it.
Yeah.
It'll cook really quickly.
So my sliced meats, I didn't buy a whole pile this week because I'm finding I'm not using them. So I just bought sliced chicken and sliced ham. They're free foods because there's nothing added to them, and there's protein rich as well.
Beautiful.
Some blueberries, my fruit. I love berries. So my blueberries and my grapes. Your blueberries would be your sweet. Yeah. And the grapes are just free then, okay?
Yeah.
Bacon joint. Now, the fat has to be removed off of this for it to be a free food. So it's very lean anyway. Beautiful, and once you do cook it and don't cook anything else in the water that you're cooking it in, your food will be free and protein rich.
So if you were doing your cabbage or bacon or anything, what would you, if you don't cook them in the water, what would you cook them in? I
cook them in a vegetable stock cube.
Great. Fabulous.
Now, you can get a ham flavored stock cube, but I haven't been able to get my hands on it. So you could, like, a lot of members have actually picked it up, and I've never seen it in the shops that I shop in. So I just use the vegetable stock pot until I can get the ham stock cube. Okay. But the ham stock cube would be a good idea. Some reduced fat cheddar. So 40 grams of this, isn't that right, Marie? For your healthy
40 grams for reduced fat and 30 grams for full fat. And I actually like that you've bought it in a block, Lauren, because I find when I buy the grated cheese in a bag, they're very big shards. And when you weigh them out, it doesn't look like you have much. If you're really into using cheese, I've started grating my own, and because it's much finer than what you get in the packet, you actually, like I might use 40 grams if I was, on top of an omelette or on a baked potato from the bag. Yeah. But actually, if I grate myself, 20 grams is enough because you actually get much more, per weight. The bag. Yeah, so I'm actually using it so that I can save more healthy extra A for something else, that I can have cheese and something else. So it's a great idea to buy it in the block. Once you weigh it, that's the most important part.
Yeah, the weighing scales has to be out. Marie, can you just check this for me? Because this isn't something I buy every week, and it's the grated Parmesan.
Okay. I'm going to check it out my food optimizing book actually, because it'll be in my Healthy Extra A section. So I have my A
because I don't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't buy it every week, so.
Yeah, Parmesan. So it's fresh, so you get 30 grams of Parmesan. Yeah. And again, that's much, good. Yeah, it's very fine cheese as well and very light. Yeah. So 30 grams, actually, you wouldn't hardly use it in a portion. Do you know what we use that?
The packet actually is only 100 grams.
Oh yeah, brilliant. So imagine like just less than a third of the packet would be a whole A choice. We've actually used that lately in making garlic mushrooms. We get the panko breadcrumbs, which have to be thinned, of course, but mixing that Parmesan in with the breadcrumbs and breading the mushrooms and baking them in the oven. And again, the main part of that dish is a speed dish with some beautiful flavors of that cheese going through the breadcrumbs. It's a fantastic way to use it.
Gorgeous. Beautiful. You could do it with chicken. You could do like chicken tenders as well.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Good old spuds.
Can't beat the spuds.
Staple to everybody dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spuds are free. Flora Light. So this is the one that I see. I don't eat much butter, but if I have a slice of bread, I do like a bit of butter on it. This is the Flora Light. So will you just double check the sins, please, Marie?
Yeah. Flora Light is per 25 gram would be 5 cents. So you wouldn't be using 25 gram. So 10 gram, like a little pat of butter for 10 gram, 2 thins. So it's like a teaspoon, really, 2 thins.
Okay. Okay. So would you say 5 grams would be 1 thin?
Yeah. 5 grams would be 1 thin. So and again, you'd get used to using it sparingly when you have to measure it out. I've actually started using, well, not the flour now, but the lighter spreads as well, because I've never used flour and things, since joining Slimming World, and I've actually used a couple of recipes lately of making the brownies and the apple crumble and things that take actually a bit of light butter as well. I would always have been afraid of it, but you know what? Nothing is you don't have to be afraid of anything. Once you've seen it, you know, you can have everything in moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation, exactly. So I bought plenty of veg,
Great.
some carrots. I use them in a lot of dishes, actually. In my bolognese, in my chili, I would dice them really fine like an onion and saute them off. It just gives great bulk and flavour. Peppers, 3 whole peppers, some leeks. I do love leeks, stir fried up with my vegetables. Or you could bake them. You could even do a cheesy leek dish. There's one of them in our magazines as well.
Nice.
Yeah, fab. Some kiwis. These are nice kiwis.
And
kiwis are free. They're not
are they speed fruit? Sorry.
Kiwis, no, they're just free food.
Okay.
Same as the grapes. Spinach, very good for you. High in iron, so it's very good food for you, and it's great for packing out an omelette or packing out some fried off vegetables. Using it in your crustless quiche. So great ideas there. Some lean bacon medallions. So there's loads of things you could do with these. What did you do lately with these, Marie, in a soup?
Yeah, I made a bacon and lentil and tomato soup. It is my favourite by far. There's a couple of different variations of it on the Slimming World website or the cookbooks, but I've actually kind of just, I suppose, altered my own one. So it takes like celery cubed up, carrots cubed up. Sorry, now there's kids in the background here talking and everything. Carrots and celery and onion and a bit of garlic maybe, and you can put in a tin of tomato and your bacon bits. I would, instead of buying the bacon lardons, the lean ones, I would actually just cut these up with a scissors, saute all them off to start off, a stock cube, a tin of tomatoes, your water, and a shake of curry powder. You can put in onion granules if you wanted, trust me, and then 125 grams of lentils or red split peas or soup broth. Any of them would be free. They add a bit of protein and great bulk of fibre as well, and a huge filling power. And I had that during the week, a couple of days that it was rainy and not as, you know, nice outside. And it's such, because there's a big bite in it. It's not blended inside the soup maker, 28 minutes. Fantastic.
Fabulous.
Yeah. But
so you could use that in your soup.
Medallions are beautiful to use in that, yeah.
And these low-fat sausages, I haven't had these in ages. I've been buying the Hodgkins ones. Yeah, these are Aldi. Do you know how many sins are in them, Marie?
I'll just check there. What are the Brennans? It's a long time now since I've used those ones. I'd never be sure.
I haven't. They haven't been in stock actually. So I just picked them up today while I was in there because there's two of us eating in this house.
Yeah. The Hodgins ones are my favourite, the low-fat ones. But they can only be gotten Dunn's, and I'm not near a Dunn's at the moment. So they're actually, geez, they're only half a cent each, Lauren.
Okay, and they're a fine size, like.
Yeah.
But they're good value.
For Sunday morning, like, yeah.
Yeah, and your bit of bacon medallions. So your lean mince, so your round steak mince, less than 5%, so that's 4%, so that's a free food. And that's a nice big size. The milk I've been using is the Avonmore Light. It's 1%. I find it's nicer than the skim milk. It's a bit like between light milk and skim milk. It's a little bit more creamier, and you get 300 mils of that for your healthy A.
Okay.
I love Greek yogurt. It's one of my favorites. So I buy a few of them a week. So I've bought this 0% one, which would be free. And they're it's a protein-rich food as well, the same as this Greek yogurt, just a different brand.
Oh yeah,
but personal preference. And then your normal 0% natural, that's just free then. Mushrooms, like you said about the mushrooms there, Marie, with the parmesan and the panko breadcrumbs, you could leave them whole.
Yeah.
What else would you do with mushrooms, Marie?
Oh, well, the way I cook them, I'm addicted to, with the dark soya sauce that you got there earlier as well. I would put, actually, my mushrooms, I could slice them or I could leave them whole, but I put them into like a deep saucepan or a frying pan, and I add water, not even up to halfway on the mushrooms, and then a vegetable stock cube, and I let them cook away for a while in that, and then I add a huge glug of the dark soya sauce to really darken the water, and I reduce it down, and it kind of gets very thick. Yeah, it's beautiful. So they'd be my soya mushrooms. If I'm splurging, I'll put a dash of like a tablespoon of chili sauce. The Rebel chili sauce is the lightest I can get. It's in Aldi, and it's 1 cent per tablespoon, whereas the Blue Dragon would be higher in cents. But the sweet chili into it, and again, it reduces the stock cube and the soya sauce together will reduce down and make them kind of sticky as well. They're beautiful golden color and massive flavor on them, like absolutely amazing. Yeah, beautiful.
Broccoli, I always buy a thing of broccoli because I think it's a very good vegetable.
Yeah, good
it's very versatile. Yeah. And that's a speed food. And you're cooking apples. So your cooking apples are part of your healthy extra B if you want to stew them, or you could sin them because they are cooked. You'd have to check the book of how many grams per of a cooked item.
I think it's 300 grams. I use them quite a bit actually. I core them and bake them, and then I might pour yogurt or something into the middle of them. But you could have 300 grams cooked of a baked apple, or you could stew them, and you could make apple crumble like we made during the week as well with them.
Yeah,
they're going to be high in fiber, or they're going to be high in fibers. That's why they're becoming healthy extra B once they're cooked.
Okay. A melon, very handy for snacks. If you can get a lunchbox and just slice it up and leave it in the fridge, very tasty, especially in this type of weather. Your parsnips, they're free food. Great with your carrots. I love them on a Sunday. And a big thing of strawberries. I love strawberries, and I put strawberries in my salads. So I buy the big one every week because I do go through them.
Yeah.
Grapefruits. Great in the morning. They're very very zesty and tasty, and they're a speed food as well.
Yeah, beautiful. I love them.
Onions, I couldn't live without onions. It's one of my go-to vegetables. It's handy for everything, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Do you ever buy them chopped up frozen?
I do, yeah. I do use them, especially in something like an omelette because it's quick, and I fry them off first with my bacon medallions.
Okay.
Your salad leaves, very little in the shops actually of salad leaves. So this one I picked up. I haven't had this one. This is the lamb's lettuce and baby chard. It's a duo. So I like the purple leaves. Love that now with plenty of strawberries chopped up and your few grapes chopped up, a few blueberries, bit of seasoning. You know, just give flavour and balsamic, the good beetroot, all them fabulous foods, and your feta cheese. Oh, nom, 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 nom.
Gorgeous.
Okay, eggs. Protein rich, very easy. Can't beat eggs.
Yeah.
And these are a new find, Marie. I never used Ryvitas in the past. I'm a Slimming World member for 5 years, so it's something I've never used. So I picked these up today. Beautiful. And lo and behold, I think they're a healthy bee. Yeah. So can you just have a quick look?
Yeah, will do.
I know Ryvitas.
I use the sweet onion ones. But I find them hard to get. I can get them in Dunn's, in Macroom is the only place I have seen them. So the Ryvita protein, linseed,
and Nigella
seeds. Those Nigella seeds are fantastic actually. They're like little black seeds. You buy them in Tesco as well in the little shaker. Beautiful on top of salad.
I've never heard of them.
So they're 1.5 cents each if you want to have them, or you could have the full 4 of them as your healthy extra B. Fantastic. Oh, and that's brilliant because normally those seeded ones you only get 3 as a healthy extra. So that's 4. That's excellent.
And you get it makes more sense because there's 5 packs of 4 in each, so it would be portion control as well.
Yeah, portion control as well. Fantastic.
So I'm looking forward to trying them. So my juice, I love this juice. It's apple and pear. It's my Waddy, 0 sugar, and that's free. To increase my water intake, I do add a splash of this into my water just to make sure I'm drinking it. So
and you can make little ice pops as well for yourself. If you got those ice lolly molds in Deals, you could put a drop of that and top them up with water, and at least you'd have a little refreshing kind of ice lolly as well.
Yeah. Or even, you know what you could do as well?
Ice cream.
You could make a little jug of 7-Up free and a bit of this. So it's like a little bit of a sparkling lolly.
Is it anywhere near red wine?
No, that's not nice when it's frozen. Pepsi Max free, so I do buy a couple of them a week. I do like a glass of that here and there throughout the week, for the little bit of a sugar. So that's all my shopping, Marie.
Yeah, beautiful. Look, loads of flavor there. Like, and you have, you know, plenty of things to add in with the different cheeses and everything like that. I wouldn't be just, you know, I'd be the same now. I'd be kind of buying different cheese to have, depending on what meals I was going to pick during the week. So I love that, just the different type of ones, you know, and there's so many different dishes. It can be so versatile as well.
Yeah,
like again,
feta would be one of the cheeses I buy every week, but I had a packet and a bit left, so I didn't bother. But that's another one. It's 45 grams is a healthy A, and I have that through my salad, and it makes such a difference.
Once you crumble that up, you don't even use the full amount. Like, so that's something you could actually make, you know, lots of different kind of cheesy dishes with different types as well. Like, do you know what I mean? So
yeah, be gorgeous.
It really
garlic
is all about
bread.
The food. Yeah.
Such foodies.
Yeah, brilliant. And just being cute about what you buy as well, like, but it's fantastic. And like looking there at what you've got, like there's no sins in anything, you know, unless you're using something as a healthy, if you're not using it as a healthy extra, like your Rosita, you'd have to sin it, or if you cooked your apples without using them as a healthy extra B, you'd have to sin them. But other than that, bar that rice pouch, I'd say, for 2 cents, and your sausages for half a cent, everything is completely free. You're on speed, like, and you're guaranteed weight loss. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It doesn't have to be full of sins.
No,
you can make such beautiful meals.
Yeah, it doesn't. So enjoy cooking. What's for dinner tonight?
We have steak and chips for dinner tonight.
Very nice.
With some speedy vegetables. I'm not too sure which ones yet.
Brilliant, fantastic.
But I shall keep you posted.
Oh, I'm looking forward to a picture of it. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Thanks for showing me your shopping. Bye.